All right, welcome back.
Hello, Internet.
We're about to have our crew here beat some Wraith ass.
So they're on the street. They're trying to get in the door, and there's 6 of them.
Well,
Alley.
we know that the way that you guys have it set up is that the shop itself, the apothecary shop, is of course open for business.
Right.
So they have basically the way it's worked is that there are 2 of them that are. Cobb gives you the lowdown basically before you even see anything. There are 2 that are in the building, that are in the shop. Okay, they are attempting to pick the lock or disable whatever to the back, the back of the shop entrance to the lair. 4 of there are 2 that are watching, that are outside the front door watching for trouble, or for your return, and then there are 2 that have gone around the back and are attempting to disarm the whatever your back entrance is. Okay.
So
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's how they divvied themselves up. Okay. Now, okay. So that's the situation. Cobb is fretting and worrying. He's worried. He's said that because he feared for his life, that he's promised the race that he'll go back to the original bargain. Whatever. I don't have anything to do with him, but he actually likes you guys.
Yeah.
You've been
I lay
nice
my
to
hand
him.
on the shoulder. I'm like, Cobb, you've been good to us.
Put on this suicide.
We'll take care of it.
Okay. All right. Please do so.
I need you to do something for me, though.
Yeah.
I reach into
Punch
my
these 2
long,
wires
I have a long wool coat, and I reach in my pocket, and I have a little vial that I pull off one of my alchemical bandoliers, and I press it into my hand. I'm like, I need you to go down the street a little ways and throw this onto the ground as hard as you can, and then just run away.
All right.
It's a
Acme
oil,
distraction.
fire oil. Essentially,
Fire.
I wanted to light a portion of the street on fire to distract these guys.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. Whatever you say. I just don't want any retribution coming down on the shop.
Don't worry. Just throw this down on the street, and we'll take it from there.
Alrighty.
Hold on, Cobb. Wait, I have to ask a question. Wraiths kind of expecting us, don't you think?
They are now, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
You think big fire in middle of street is not going to be clue? Is maybe not common thing to have distracting you? Maybe
Maybe. I
screaming fight with, husband and wife in middle of the street. Now that is distraction. She slaps him, he slaps her back. They are screaming about his girlfriend.
Don't think too much about it,
okay. You may be right. I wanted to set something on fire.
Yeah, of course, good point. Yes, always a good thing.
Remember, trying to mitigate circumstances, yeah, you'll probably survive, but you're probably going to survive anyways, so it's sort of like, just do whatever's
Also,
fucking cool.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Is here.
I don't. We want to bring more
Yes,
heat.
fire is
ourselves.
very hot.
It's not what I was getting at, but calm down there, big fella.
I mean, okay, so
How about this?
Well, I have this. I have a
They don't know
smoke
me.
bomb.
They don't know
We
me.
could create cover. We drop the smoke bomb. You emerge from smoke with your blunderbuss in a blaze of furious destruction.
I do like furious destruction.
You shoot them
I mean,
from behind the
Basically,
side.
what I'm getting at is there's distractions and there's distractions, and some of them are going to bring more heat than others.
Clint is pulling various grenades and weird oils and shit out of his coat. He's like,
Right.
I have all this stuff.
while all this conversation is happening,
You know what?
I am climbing into a rooftop near you with a giant rifle in
Yeah.
about 30 seconds.
I'm thinking
Like, I'll take care of this.
that's good alley stuff,
Mhm.
but not front door stuff.
Great. I'm going out around the back then.
Yeah. Let's start in the back. This is a good plan.
It looks
All
like
right.
Ryan is gonna handle the front.
You still want Cobb to throw the fire in the alley?
No, Cobb, give me that back.
Okay, good. All right.
Because
Cobb,
I'm leaving.
get the hell out of
You know
All
what,
right.
though? I'm going to ask Cobb to go talk to them.
No.
here.
They kicked me out.
Just tell them you may have a key. Distract them for a couple seconds. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Maybe like wear a raincoat. I don't know. You'll be fine.
Okay. I mean, you're gonna have to roll for that one. He doesn't want to do it. He has every reason.
I'm gonna roll
not...
command to say, Cobb, go talk to them.
It's a controlled situation with limited effect.
Fine. Totally cool. Rolled. Got a 6.
Huzzah!
Cobb.
Cobb obeys.
I'm a military man. It will be fine. No harm will come to you, Cobb. I promise.
Okay, he does it. You have a feeling he's going to do it, but because it's limited effect, he's a very bad liar. Like he's scared.
That's fine. I'm just asking him to go up and essentially make small talk. I'm not asking him to lie. I'm just say like, what do you really want from this? What can I do to help? And then I want to, shoot one of the guys inside of the face. So.
Okay. All right. So. All right. So Ryan climbs up a tower. The other you other guys move around the side. Cobb goes back, and you hear him say something to. I mean, you wanted to say something to one of the guards outside. To one of the guys outside.
Yeah, to the guys out front, I want him to be like, "Will you guys stop this?" I don't know. What do you want from me?
Okay. So you notice that the two Wraiths that are outside, do you see first? You've kind of heard this about the Wraiths, although you haven't really come into contact with them. Is that and it's true, they actually wear like a mask across the lower part of their face.
Sure.
And that they don't ever talk. They have a complex sign language that they use to signal each other.
I kind of like them more than. Well. Too bad.
Oh shit, we're gonna kill
him.
So it's all once again, it's nighttime, so it's just like the sort of like the light of the apothecary shop sign is sort of like shining down on these two Wraiths that are kind of in the shadows. And Cobb makes his plea, and they're listening to him.
Okay. So
meanwhile, little Mickey and Tubes are coming around back to
Big.
We'll come back to you, Ryan, just to set it up. But you'll get the first roll. But you guys come around the back. There is no lights back here. I'm assuming. You can tell me differently. You probably don't want to illuminate your back entrance, right?
No.
But but you're looking for them, so you can see that lurking deep in the shadows, close to the door, are two other ones. They are huddled together, squatted on their haunches, and they are looking out warily for anyone. So you can tell that they are alert and looking, like searching. You are far enough away where right now you don't have to make a prowl roll, but you probably will if you want to move any further without being detected. Okay, now back to Ryan, across the street, up on the rooftop. You are in a very controlled situation right now.
Sure.
Depending on what you want to do.
Presuming that there's some sort of communication between the three of us, I go, wait, I can't do it.
Nice. It's better than I can do.
Hold on.
Nice.
I do that. I signal, and then using my hunt skill, I pull my fine long rifle out and train it on the two gentlemen talking to him, and fire.
Shoot off his mouth.
What are you trying to?
Is there a way? Okay. This is very fluffy, but is it conceivable that they are sort of like in line with each other, and I could try to shoot?
What are you, Deadpool?
It's totally conceivable. I mean, it's super awesome.
Them, you know what I mean? Like he's talking to them, they're standing shoulder to shoulder, like doing their signaling.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
And they sort of like turn at me for half a second, and then I'm gonna aim at both of them.
Like right through the head, right through the eye.
Yeah, right through the eye of each is the objective.
Wow,
that's first. And
super fucking awesome, but it's gonna be super tough. So you're in a controlled situation, but that's like super fucking hard. So it's gonna be limited effect.
Limited effect.
To start, you'll have to do what you have to do to make that better.
That is fine.
I should make that. I should make that
Only
zero
way to
effect.
get
I mean,
the
it's so
shot.
fucking hard to do, but I like it. So
Get the shot is to do it in full view of witnesses.
I mean, I would be very happy to walk down the middle of the street and shoot them all, but I won't. I'm on the roof already.
I'm thinking like you have to hang off the edge of the roof in some weird way.
I got Devil's Bargain for you.
Okay.
Devil's Bargain. You'll get +1 die, but regardless of the outcome of the shot, you will give level 3 harm to Cobb. Like you'll shoot him and it'll be like really bad for him. He won't be dead, but
Cobb's gonna get hit.
yeah.
You had to shoot through his shoulder to get these guys or something.
But like worse, like level 3 though. You know what I mean? Like that makes him out. Like
He's
you
like
can't.
bleeding out, man.
Yeah.
That's harsh.
Not dead, not dead. But like if he takes any more harm, he'll be dead.
Why would you do that to Cobb, dude?
The problem is, I don't know that I would, because then it totally ruins the one guy who's sort of advocating for
Yeah,
us.
man, don't shoot him.
I don't think he'll be like discreet about us again. So I don't think I can do that. If there's another Devil's Bargain on the table, I'll listen to it. But
That's what I was saying.
I
Like
think that's the obvious one.
to take
Oh,
the shot, there'll be witnesses. Someone will see you.
okay, I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to take Focused,
All right.
where I can use my special armor to resist the consequences of pushing myself. I'm
Cool.
going to take that. Sound good?
Duh.
Push yourself for
Oh,
range
that-
combat. Yep. Okay.
For range combat tracking, so I will get it. I'll get the +1 and not the consequence of stress, right?
Well, I don't.
I can only use it once, right?
My point is that you're only going to have limited effect, so you're not going to shoot them both through the eye if you don't change the effect level. So you need to push yourself, and you need to increase the effect level, not the amount of dice you're getting.
Well, I mean, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, if I just tried to shoot one of them, it would no longer be a limited effect, presumably, right?
That's right. You'd have to tell me that though. Right now, your stated goal is to peg them both in one shot. That's very difficult. Limited effect.
But it's super awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go controlled.
Right
So-
before you shoot, we're back in the alley on the back, and I'm leaning into Michaela, and I'm like, when you hear the shots, I'm going to throw this, then you shoot them.
Yep.
I love it. Okay.
Ryan, so
Pointing
what-
at Blunder, I'm like miming it. Okay.
Are you changing the effect level or not?
So to change the effect level, I can still use focused.
Yes, because you could push yourself to change either effect or
Yes. So
well-
I'm going to push myself to change the effect to standard
okay.
and leave the bonus die at 0. So I'm going to use my focused ability to push the effect. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Okay.
And then roll. And
No
then-
Devil's
What's
Bargain.
your hunt score? 2?
2 in hunt. Yeah. So cross your fingers. Could go terribly. And yeah, no Devil's Bargain.
Oh, look at that, dude! It's a critical. That's a critical.
Double sixes. Hold
That's a
on.
critical. That's the first critical, man.
Oh my god.
Sweet.
Al, I hope that rain jacket is real effective.
That is awesome. Hold on a second. I gotta check this shit out. Hold on.
Dang, dude.
Let's see.
That is awesome. They just flop to the ground like boned fish. And Cobb wets himself.
Where lightning just struck through the sky.
This is why I always wear the brown pants. You are like Deadpool, dude. Now you just need his healing ability and you'll be all set.
Very good. I think you can. Hold on.
He
Is
kills
there
all
a,
the Wraiths with that shot.
Is there a common Skovlander sort of like war cry or expression?
Make one up.
You can make one up, yeah.
All right. What would that be?
I could think of some terrible shit.
Odin's whiskers. Yeah, I don't know.
On my tits.
Goodness, I'll say.
I swear, officer, I didn't know she was 16.
Oh what?
That's horrible, though.
Scotland.
How is that the Scotland thing? All right.
It's late. It's very
fucking-
late.
I can't find these rules. I can't. It's annoying me. Like, all right, whatever. I'm
What
just
do you
gonna.
want me to look for, John?
Nah, it's all right. It's just gonna take forever. So I'm just gonna say it like it's a critical, so it's just gonna be awesome. That's why I'm gonna roll it instead of mechanics, because it's gonna be awesome. It does more than you wanted it to, David. So like, not only does it go through both of them, but if you have some sort of additional awesomeness you want the bullet to do, it could do that as well, within reason.
It ricochets
swerves and kills JFK.
Of a Scotlander emblem on the ground behind them. No, because it's critical. Can it be reasonable that I kill them? And
Okay.
Then...
Yeah, John, I have it here. On an action roll, we determined it was controlled,
Yeah.
Controlled.
or is it not controlled? Was it controlled? Yeah. So a critical and a controlled is you do it with increased effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
They're dead.
All right. Well, you
they're
already.
totally dead, like instantly dead. They don't.
So it goes to
I
great
don't
effect. It goes to great effect because he pushed for standard and then he got great. So
Can I
Yeah.
ask this question?
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm weaseling too much. Because I got a critical, is it fair to say that I take the shot and I'm still, no one knows where I am at still? Like I'm still sort of like hidden in the night?
no, you're thinking too small, man. You're gonna be downing both of your enemies. The other two are inside the shop. What I was actually, you're gonna be downing the two enemies that can see you, so no one's still gonna know where you are. You could.
I wanted to. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. What's that?
My suggestion was, that was my suggestion actually, is that like they look up at the right second, you're like, that's my shot, and then right at that moment when the trigger's about to be pulled, like we see like the close up of your finger on the trigger, like squeezing it, right? And then we go back and we actually see one of the two that are inside the shop
Coming out.
actually just kind of like shift a little bit until like you catch them in your vision, and you quickly just quickly like ratchet the gun to the right just the tiniest bit.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of line up right in the scope, like for like a
my God.
split second. You're like,
Oh,
boom.
that's allowed. Yes.
You know what I
Of
mean?
course.
So what you get?
Why not?
three of them?
Maybe my signaling got his slight attention, and he sort of peeked his head out the window. So when I was like,
Yeah,
he sort of like,
So you nailed 3 of them?
but it was unexpected. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh shit, there's a third guy.
Oh, all right, that works.
And like without hesitation, you're just like, bang. Like you adjust like immediately. And all right.
all right, that's what I do. It's a great
So you see Cobb just like he like goes back as like blood just goes like all over his face as it just like everything comes to a standstill.
Sure.
And
Told him
you
to wear a raincoat.
and
I warned the guy.
and you just see like the three men, like the camera kind of like shows one guy. You just see one guy as like the bullet enters his head, and then the camera kind of shifts to the left until like you get an angle like on there's actually like 2 more behind him, and then all of them like all of them drop like all at once, as Cobb is the only one left standing, and then it's like silence like with the echo of the bullet in the air, and then you just hear the fast pitter patter of feet as Cobb just fucking takes off like down the street like running.
Awesome.
I'm gonna shout whatever this Skovlander sort of like war cry is. I'm gonna shout it out into the night.
Okay,
More
cool,
beer.
nice.
On
That's
on
heard,
that
that's heard.
Signal.
Yes.
Yes.
We're back in the alleyways behind, and Tubes pulls out like a small metallic cylinder with like a ring on it from inside his coat.
Cool.
Pulls
Okay.
the ring and rolls it at the 2 guys out the back door. So I want to set up action essentially for Mikhail, for Big Mickey. Like I assume you're gonna start shooting at them with your blunderbuss. So I am rolling a smoke bomb,
Mhm.
like right between those 2 guys.
Okay.
And according to the things, like it's not just like visual smoke. It irritates their eyes and stuff.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm essentially like rolling tear gas at those guys so that Mickey can just like.
Awesome. Yeah. Like, no need to aim, right?
So I guess I'm wrecking.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. Yeah.
I'm wrecking the air that they would be breathing.
Right on, yeah. Like they lurch up at the sound of the gunshot, but not before you launch that grenade, and we're gonna wreck. So I'd say that's controlled because they don't know you're there. And we'll say standard effect, right? You just want to blind them, right?
Yeah. With my
And distract them.
smoke bomb. So I have a bandolier. Click off one of those, and I am wrecking. Position is controlled.
Standard.
Standard effect. All right. Do I want to do anything fun with this?
Yes.
In terms
Purpose of this will the effect of this will be what, Chris?
So it's a setup roll, so I can increase your effect, right?
Or position.
Or position.
Whatever you decide.
Right. So it's almost like your position would be better because these guys would be like coughing and grabbing their eyes.
Right.
Why don't you just take it off of one of their foreheads?
Blunderbuss them more efficiently. Yeah.
Okay. You've just turned blunderbuss into a verb. That's pretty good.
Blunderbuss their ass. Blunderbuss their face open. You know what? I'll take the stress for an extra die.
All right.
Why not?
Cool.
Devil's Bargain.
Bonus die 1. Sorry, I'm gonna have 3 dice.
Okay, that's pretty good. Nice, no problem.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, you launch it without a problem. As they're already like lurching up from the sound of the shot, and they're like, you just they, to their credit, they actually still don't make a sound. But you do see, like, amidst the smoke, a lot of flailing of hands, and there is coughing from behind the masks. Meanwhile, I assume in a split second, little Mickey does.
Big
Mickey. Vicky, so, yeah, of course he's big.
Right. So as soon as that smoke pops, then the blunderbuss full of nails goes off. I guess this counts as on my load as a large weapon.
A blunderbuss? Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Okay. So I got plenty of room left. So anyway, yeah, he's loaded it up with nails and bits and bobs of pieces of metal and stuff. It's just going to spray everywhere. The effect is probably, I mean, if it kills him, great. But if it just shreds him up a little bit and leaves him ripe for a beating, that's okay too.
Well, what's your intent? What do you want the goal to be?
I actually don't necessarily want to kill them.
Right. I mean, you could.
Because then I have to deal with corpses.
Right.
I'd kind of like to send them home with a message. So the idea here is to spray a lot of nails and ball bearings around that really messes them up.
Yeah.
Then
break their will with you.
And use my savage ability to.
Well, Ted, just limit yourself to the roll.
Yeah, I know.
Your blunderbuss is just you're not trying. We don't need a plan. We just need like what the intent is of the roll, so I can determine position and effect.
To badly shred them and leave them lying on the cobblestones, bleeding, and
but still alive.
Still alive, but on their backs and ready for a beating.
Okay, are you setting them up for position or effect?
Ooh, I think effect. I think our position's already pretty good.
Pretty good at position.
Yeah.
We want the.
So I think we want the maximum effect. We want to deal with these motherfuckers.
Okay, right. So I'm going to say it's still a controlled position.
Yep.
And I think it would actually be limited effect because the smoke is, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way for you to,
That's why it's a blunderbuss. It just big wide cone.
Yeah, it's like a wide cone. Yeah, so it's tough to like.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
This is why I don't expect to kill him, but I do expect to.
So it'll end up being standard then.
Okay.
So controlled standard.
I'm planning on using wreck. Feels like a wreck situation to me.
Wreck or skirmish, maybe. I don't know.
Skirmish is.
Is skirmish more
I guess I don't know the difference.
I think skirmish is like I think wreck is more about like breaking stuff and creating chaos, and skirmish is more about like fighting. But
I could see wreck here. I mean, as far as like
I
just
mean,
the nature of the
it's-
gun.
Right.
2 dice for either one is for me.
Oh, okay. So
The main thing is that whatever it is I do is physical violence. That then for this savage, it's a setup for my savage thing.
Oh, okay.
And I teach him a lesson and send him away and tell him never to come back, kind of a thing. So
Cool.
so we're gonna have a standard effect,
Controlled standard.
but no bonus dice.
Not unless you want to push yourself.
Yeah, man. What the hell stress for if not for dice, right?
Right.
So it's 2 dice to push yourself.
Yes.
Or sorry, 2 stress. I mean,
I had to think about it again. Yeah.
2 stress. So I get 1 bonus die. And I'm ready. I'm going to roll my mess o' nails. I got a 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Nice.
Wish it was 3 6s like David had.
Oh my God.
I'm so proud of you, David. Good Skovlander. All right, so yeah, you hear this enormous boom and the sound of tinkling of nails hitting the walls and the cobblestones and the squishy sounds of wraiths being filled with nails and ball bearings, and they're writhing on the ground.
Yes, but hold on.
But
Let's do it. I think I'm going to have you I don't know. Just have to come up with this stuff on the fly.
sure.
Testing my abilities here.
So it's a controlled action.
I don't know.
What? So we need a minor complication or a reduced effect.
I don't know. We're pressed on time here, so okay. So they're writhing on the ground. Now they're screaming. They can't help it. As they are riddled with bullets, bleeding out heavily. They are still lost in the smoke, though. There is so there's one more guy left who was inside the shop. Ryan, you can see that he has taken cover. Like he whirls around when he sees his buddy drop right in front of him, basically, and he drops behind the counter of the apothecary shop. So he has like total cover now.
Sure.
Okay. And yeah, okay. So yeah, you just don't see him. You guys can't hear anything over the screaming. And now Ryan, you can also hear the screaming in the alley. Anyone who was on the street, there wasn't that many because it was pretty late at night. They have cleared out. Like everyone is just like now it's just empty. Like the battlefield is basically yours. So Ryan, what do you want to do?
I want to close the distance as quickly as I can. Perhaps with a finesse roll, so I do so with some agility. I would rather assist them in the back than charge a guy with full cover.
Okay, you're gonna have to cross.
What's the distance we're dealing with here? Yeah, that's I guess.
Well, you would have to you'd have to get down. You could get down without a problem, but once you get down to ground level, you'd have to cross the street, and you'd be within his sights if he decides to do something.
Is it possible for me to try to go roof to roof, or is that
No, because there's a wide street. You went up the building that's across the main street that the apothecary's front. You know what I mean?
All right.
So you could certainly try. You could certainly try. I mean, if you get like a super awesome roll, you could move fast enough or quietly enough that he wouldn't see you or be able to get his sights on you.
Here's what I'm going to do instead. I am going to shout out to him using the command skill. Essentially, all of your friends are dead. Surely you don't want to be dead too, do you?
Okay.
Step out. I will spare your life. Surrender.
Sounds
You're
like
a liar, aren't you?
sounds like command to me.
It's a good man, yeah.
You're gonna shoot him anyway, aren't you?
As far as he knows, everyone in his crew is down. I mean, he just watched 3 dudes get slaughtered in front of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it because you're not controlled. It's gonna be risky because he still has a chance to at least take you out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
But he doesn't know where I am.
Well, he heard you.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair. He knows the general direction. Sure.
I mean, and he's in a safe spot right now too. Like he's worried, but you know,
Safe.
you know, he's still armed. Like, you know, he's a risk basically, so it's risky. And he, and I think because of the situation he's in, though, I think it's going to be great effect.
Okay.
If that sounds fair, I think that sounds fair.
I think that's totally fair. I'm not going to do anything to push myself. If we have any bargain ideas, throw them at me. But otherwise, I will just roll. It's 1 die though, so.
Anyone have a devil's bargain for him? Devil's bargain. He demands that he'll come out when he sees you at the same time.
Oh.
Like you both come out. You both come out of hiding at the same time.
And then basically, regardless of whether he obeys the command or not, David has to show himself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. That's pretty good.
Okay, I'm going to take that one.
That involves David being shot.
Okay. So I mean, well, hold on, but okay.
We all like that when Rin gets the
Sounds
shit kicked
good
out
to
of him.
me.
I'm just trying to. I like that a lot. I'm trying to think through the situation now. Okay. So, and I can use that on the position as well, right? If I want to make it controlled rather than risky. Devil's bargain, or is it just an additional die?
It's an additional die.
Okay, so risky, great, additional die.
Risky, great. Yeah, with an additional die. Yes. But you have to.
I'll go for it. Why not?
You have to show yourself. Okay.
All right, I'll do it. Oh, fuck.
Oh no! Rin, it's always the worst for you, dude. Oh no!
All right.
Risky. Okay, so things go badly. You suffer harm. A complication occurs. You end up in a desperate position, or you lose this opportunity. Okay, this one's much more easy for me. So, all right. So you basically make your way down,
Sure.
and you've still got your gun like trained on him, or you know where you generally would be, and
Is it
Bas-
fair to say before you? Well, go ahead.
you're gonna step out of cover basically, like you'll still be near the building, and instead of him, okay, here's what you come out of hiding and you're in plain view. You have your gun trained on where you think he was behind the counter.
Yeah.
He actually ends up popping out in the exact opposite place where you thought he was going to be, like way further down the counter where he's still got a beat on you, and he has his gun trained on you.
Okay.
Now,
Can I make a roll again, or?
no. Well, this is what he's going to do. Is he's actually going to, so. Okay, so yeah, okay, so it's not that he. I don't want to inflict harm. I'm choosing to put you in a desperate position. He's going to pop up in a different position where you can't swing the gun around fast enough.
Okay.
In order to compensate for how quickly he's got the gun on you from a different angle.
Sure.
Okay, so he right now it's at a standstill. He hasn't fired, but he's got the drop on you right now. So you've got to be really fast in order to take advantage to get the drop on him. So right now you are in a very desperate position. So if you fuck up whatever you do now, a gun's gonna come. His gun's gonna go off.
Gun's gonna go off.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
right now you're in a desperate position.
Desperate position.
Sounds good.
Out in the open.
I
Yeah, that makes
just
sense.
checked the time. I gotta head out pretty much like almost after this roll.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's do this. Let's do this roll and then we'll call it quits. Yeah.
Okay, sorry guys.
No, I'm the same way. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so I catch him in the corner of my eye. I have a moment of panic. How far am I away from him, roughly?
I'd say about 60 feet.
So away. nice. Okay, so I'm not going to try to charge him. I'm going to just try to, like, strafe and get a fire off before he takes me out with a finesse roll. So maybe I'll do a... I know where he is, so what I'm going to try to do is sort of, like, dodge to my right and roll, have him waste his shot, and then sort of, like, retrain and fire in response with a finesse roll.
Super desperate, but yeah.
Super desperate.
Because I mean, he's got you in his sights. I mean, he's ready to go. But this is what it's made for. So, so I see finesse. I can totally see in this situation. I see it more than I see hunt. Definitely.
Sure. All right. So desperate. What effect?
Desperate and you're gonna try to kill him.
Why not? The story.
So that's gonna be tough. I gotta say limited. Like if you're gonna really try to kill him, I mean that takes a lot of poise in the situation that you're in.
Okay, then maybe I don't. I mean, maybe I just try to like get him to duck back behind. I'm essentially trying to not get a shot. I mean,
okay,
that's really what's going on. But
okay, so you want to hit him. You're not laying down like suppressing fire or anything like that.
Sure.
But okay, so that'll bump it up to standard. Like just getting a shot in him will definitely throw off his shot. So
okay,
yeah.
Is there any way we can help with this if I'm like coming up back around the alley because I heard the guns go off and stuff?
You can if you can explain it.
I think like maybe I'm coming up back around the alley at the same time, and I kind of like come around the corner and go like, oh shit, and then like maybe like momentarily like distracts the guy.
Okay.
Now like I'm on his other side.
Totally, I totally buy that. Absolutely.
So I'll take one stress. It's almost like accidental help.
I like it.
But it also stresses me out because I'm like, oh, got it.
It's just going down.
I thought you got all these guys. Yeah. No, that's good. I like the cinema of it. All right.
Okay, yeah, totally.
4.
That's all of the dice. Did you add the bonus dice for tubes?
Yeah, I got 2 for finesse and 1 for tube, right? Just 1.
Okay, cool. So what did I say? That was risky standard? Ended up being right.
Desperate standard.
Desperate standard. Okay, so you get an XP. Don't forget the XP.
All about the XP.
Yeah.
What is 4? Is it 4 limited as like limited success, or is that?
You always do it if you roll a 4 or 5, but it just depends on the seriousness of the complication.
Yeah.
Like a 7 and 9 in Dungeon World or something.
Gotcha. Okay.
With the position indicating just how serious it is.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to say this. So Clinch's arrival actually surprises both of you at the time. So it's you roll to the right and come up firing, and then Clinch is like, "Oh shit!" and both of you are like, "Oh!" but your triggers were both firing at the same time.
Sure.
So
it's like a John Woo movie or something.
So
a dove flies out in front of me.
So it's going to be reduced effect basically.
Sure.
So he misses you, which is good. But you also miss him, like you don't do any damage, like it's limited effect. So the effect was basically don't get shot, and that actually works. That actually happens. But yours goes like right by his ear and burrows itself into the wood behind the counter. And he ducks back down. He goes back down. Oops, we lost David there.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah. It's okay. So he ducks back down beneath the counter, and you roll in the dust as the bullet hits the dirt behind you. And Tubes is like, "Oh shit!" Okay, so we'll have to stop it on this cliffhanger here. We've got two. So we've got two rays that are you've forced to actually voice, to actually say something, which are screams of pain and agony in the back. But
negotiation.
But they are lost in the fog, so you're not really sure what's going to be going on with them. Although Little Mickey's still back there watching, so we don't know. We'll remind me though. We'll pick it up with Little Mickey Big Mickey. I'm sorry. I'm reading the title on the screen here. We'll pick it up with Big Mickey next time. And Tubes has come around the corner and has surprised them, and there is a gunfight going on out in the street. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so that sounds like a plan. All right, thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in and for watching on YouTube. And hopefully we'll be back next week. We shall see as we plan it out. So, everyone have a good week.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, John.